Hi Twin Flames! Today's video is all about unconditional love in your Twin Flame Union. It is one of the 4 stages of Harmonious Twin Flame Union, which I've talked about previously. So this is also the final part of my series on those stages. And today we'll be going deeper into unconditional love, what it is, how you can achieve it, all those good things. So stay tuned to find out. So what is unconditional love? It's, as you hear it, love without condition, right? Simple enough in theory, but in practice, this can get a bit tricky, right? Because of how your twin flame is designed. So you share one consciousness, which means that they're you. So that means that they will trigger you way more than anybody else because they know you so intimately because they are you. And you trigger them as well. We talked in depth about those upsets that this causes in the third part of my series, the previous one, the upset. So you can find it on my channel if you'd like to watch more on that. And unconditional love comes as a result of you working through that upset. It's what is on the other end of it. So you can't have unconditional love when you feel upset at your twin flame, because then you're not really holding that space of love in your heart for them. Now, it's very easy to have unconditional love for your twin flame when they are being nice to you, when they're loving you back, and when they're treating you very well, when they're not crossing a boundary. Like, that can be very easy to practice. But it gets tricky, and that's the big test, right? To still hold that vibration of love in your heart for them, even when they're doing something that you don't like, such as, them being mean to you, or maybe them choosing to be with someone else, maybe them lying to you. These are all common things that happen in a lot of unions before they find the inner work to resolve all those things. And yeah, it's okay to recognize that those things upset you. It would be weird if they didn't. So it's okay to recognize that, hey, I have a negative feeling here. I don't like what is happening. And having unconditional love for your twin flame also doesn't mean that you need to accept the behavior that they're showing you, right? You don't have to be like, oh, they chose someone else, so I guess we're not meant to be together. Next lifetime, bye, You don't have to do that. I'm not saying cross any boundaries, of course. It's important to respect everyone involved, but also respect divine truth at the same time by doing your inner work and claiming your twin flame in your heart. And as you come into the realization of who your twin flame is to you, and you start to come into union with them within yourself, then you'll notice that your twin flame also is magnetized to you. So you don't really have to do anything that you don't feel well doing. You don't have to cross any boundaries. So that's important to remember. And if your twin flame has put a boundary on you, or if you are putting a boundary on your twin flame, then that's okay as well. Boundaries are part of unconditional love. You can't love someone unconditionally and allow them to treat you like garbage. You need to respect yourself. And that's part of loving them unconditionally, because you're honoring the divine in them. That's what loving them also means, to honor the divine in them, not the ego. So it's okay to put up boundaries, because boundaries are guides. They show you how your twin flame can love you, so how you can receive in that relationship, which is very important. You can't have a relationship in which you don't receive. That's very imbalanced, and that's a toxic relationship. So would not recommend. Giving and receiving should feel equal and balanced. And I'm not talking about keeping score, but if in your heart you feel like you're always giving and you don't really receive, then something needs to change in your dynamic for you to honor yourself and to really love them unconditionally. And yeah, loving them unconditionally doesn't mean doing anything they say if it doesn't feel good to you, because that's honoring the ego in them, and it's not love. So that's an important little piece about boundaries and why they are important in order to have unconditional love in your union. So the other thing that is very important to talk about is that your twin flame is very sensitive to what you think and how you feel of them, because you share one consciousness. So it's very important for you to get clear about how you feel at the core about them. Do you mostly feel love about them? Do you mostly feel like you're meant to be together, like you claim that person, like all those things? Or does it feel like, oh, I hate that person, like they do this stupid thing, it's annoying? And it's important to be honest with yourself. If you feel negative feelings, it's okay. If they're there, you don't have to judge them. You just need to observe them, because that's the only way you can work through those feelings. Because if you hold to a lot of negative perceptions and feelings about your twin flame, they're going to reflect that to you by not really being around you very much, or it's going to be unpleasant for them to be around you. So, as you work through those feelings and you change those perceptions of your twin flame, you start to think positive thoughts about them and appreciating the divinity in them and all these qualities that you love about them. Then you will start to notice a shift in their behavior. So, that's something to keep in mind. And if you aren't sure how you can work through those feelings, then the mirror exercise will help you greatly here. If you haven't heard of it before, it's linked in the description. And if you've maybe worked with a mirror exercise before and you still aren't sure how to resolve all those things, then definitely reach out to me, because I can help you heal those things and deepen the love in your union. So this was today's video about unconditional love in your twin flame union. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to catch you in the next video. Bye bye.